Tito, Orič, and the Lebanon Don Joey Moses joining us as well. So it's time to get to know you guys a little bit here. So first of all, like you guys are, of course, with Prospect Pro Wrestling, IWC, big in the area here over the last few years. So those that don't know, who is Tito and the Lebanon Don in wrestling?
So I perceive myself as the Pablo Escobar of professional wrestling. I am the Shaw of the squared circle. I am, the reason those people are in their seats because I own the seats and I own the people in them. I've grown up with a silver spoon, and I met Tito Oric probably the summer before COVID. I was in Europe, and Tito was a bouncer at a nightclub, and I went outside to take a phone call, and I remember seeing Tito. It was actually unbelievable. So he picked up this man. This man was being very, disobedient. And Tito picked him up off his feet. And this man may have been, 6 foot tall. Tito lifted him up off his feet and proceeded to headbutt him so hard. This man looked like his face became a deflated basketball. And I said to myself, this man, as in Tito, can be something. So, once, wrestling came back after COVID, we've been, I made him an offer to come in and be part of what we're doing. And we've been doing this ever since.
Mm-hmm. So you guys have been, involved in some interesting feuds over the last few years, especially with Prospect Pro Wrestling. Mm-hmm. I know yourself, Joey Moses. You had some run-ins with a longtime friend of the show here in the Reverend Hunt for a while. Mm-hmm. Even we do feature in the intro to 2PW your matching styles. I don't know if you were having a style off at the time or something like that.
His shirt was fake. Mine was real. So
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
Right. Yeah. So,
but things like that. And of course, Tito's been, several months over the summer here, was involved with the country hammer Jamie Jameson, the current top prospect champion, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And Tito beat him once. They took each other to the brink. There was a board with barbed wire involved at some point. So Tito doesn't back down from any fight, and I hope that Tito does get another shot against Jamie Jameson. I think that, I honestly think, and this is my personal opinion, that I think the wrong person is the champion. I think Tito Ward should be walking around with the Prospect Pro Wrestling Championship and not Jamie Jameson. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Tito, I know you don't speak much for English, but you have any words for Jamie Jameson? That is a middle finger. That is definitely universal, along with that. So, of course, you guys, 2PW is known for a lot of tag team wrestling, and it feels like it's just beginning to maybe ramp up a little bit here as well. You guys have been involved in a few matches together, including the Rad Boys. Just in December last time you were there. I know you guys didn't make the show this month because I think you were. I remember we put the promo out right before you were occupied. You were vacationing.
Mm-hmm.
You're already scheduled. I understand it's the new year and you gotta. I don't know, frequent flyer points or something like that.
Yeah,
is that the case?
I don't do the cold weather very well. So
okay.
It was, I knew the snowstorm was coming, and I said, I let Marshall know, I'll be back, and we came back. We actually came back in yesterday after the snow hit, and I just couldn't. I don't do snow very well. Yep.
Just in time for the show. I appreciate that.
Yep,
I definitely appreciate that. So tell me a little bit about, like I said, you got a little bit of a tag team legacy here with the two of you guys. What does that division look like for you? What are you gunning for? The Runway, Calvin Couture, and Tyler Klein, of course, are the champions right now.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think it's a very well-rounded tag team division. I know that the ETF, if the Rad Boys, we would love to, destroy them at some point once again. But we've been, feuding with now the Sons of Liberty, I own Super Hentai now. Dennis Gregory is sitting there with a concussion probably after Tito threw him into a chair.
Well, we'll roll that back because Super Hentai is a long time friend of the show. I mean, an over 20-year veteran in the game here in Pittsburgh, and I know in our promotion over at RWA he had lost his name because of a match with Jason Gorey. Or Gory, who I don't know, maybe he lost his first name. I'm not sure where we're at with that either. But then the next two PW, explain you somehow you acquired that dropped name of Super Hentai, now AHL Supreme.
I did, yes. So the trademark was never renewed, and I saw that afterward, and I decided to purchase it. It went to the highest bidder, and I don't think anybody's going to outbid me. So I decided to purchase it, and I will continue to do whatever I want with it. Like I said, I can make Super Hentai Markets. I could do Super Hentai Mario, whatever it is. Whatever I want to do with Super Hentai is I can make it make socks with it if I want to. So I'm going to make it a lot bigger than he ever has. So that's for sure.
Interesting. Are we going to be? Is there some integration with what's going on here at 2PW? Are we going to see a Tito Super Hentai Oric? Maybe.
Could be. You never know. I that's the thing. We could get Dennis Gregory too if we want. I don't know. We could. I'm very much looking forward to doing a lot of different things with my newly acquired Super Hentai trademark name. So I would just be on the lookout for this year because we will continue to keep using it, keep flaunting it wherever we go.
So can you give me a hint? Can I get? Are we looking at apparel? Are we looking at a style wear? Are we looking at are you going to be like Bitcoin mining with this like Radio Shack did?
Yeah, it could be NFTs. It could be Tito Oric over here is wearing a very lovely vest. We can make Super Hentai Kevlar vests. There's a lot of things that we can do. So like I said, just be on the lookout for this year because it's we're gonna go global with it.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that. Super hentai industries, if you will, not just a fancy wrestler in a mask, I suppose. So does that imagery as well, or just the name?
Just as of right now, just the name. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Working out the rest. I'm sure the lawyers are involved. You can't say very much.
Right.
So exactly. So of course you got a lot going on here. Tell me a little about Tito. A little bit more about that origin. How long has Tito been here in the States? What was this the upbringing in Bosnia that has enforced this guy to be such a force there in wrestling?
Absolutely. So Tito grew up in a war-torn Bosnia in the early 90s, and I know he moved around a lot, lived in Germany, lived in different areas, and then he moved to the United States. He came here, he came with me once I found him in Europe, but he does have some family here, but now at this point, he honestly is just an absolute wrecking ball when it comes to it. I think he was absolutely born to do this. He's been absolutely born to, be the bone breaker that he is. And he's obviously done that before. Like I said, breaking the man's face. He did break Corey Futuristic's wrist at one point in a match. So, he's lived up to his name the entire time. And, we're really just looking forward to building, seeing what we can do to make him the number one star here in all of independent professional wrestling at this point.
For sure. Definitely imposing. I'm seeing him looking at me over here, and I'm wondering how much he's understanding what I'm saying because I don't know. I don't like the look he's been giving me lately. So
that's his happy face.
Is that his happy face?
His happy face.
That's his happy face. Okay. As I'm looking at a promo where he's saying he's telling somebody that they are broken. So
that was actually for Jamie Jameson. Yeah, that was actually.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that was leaning into one of those big ones.
Was that the strap match? I can't remember that. I think that was the strap.
It was the Dime Time one from the looks of it. Obviously big things with Super Hentai Industries, tag titles over or even top prospect title over it. You're just getting all of them. What do you think about the new? I don't know if you've seen the footage for it yet, but there's the new Anarchy Championship with 2PW, of course. Part of the WWE Memorial Show, a big thing that Walter was a part of bringing in, and a fantastic big belt. I obviously haven't seen it in person yet, but it's it's the heaviest belt I think I've ever held in a good long time, too. So, is that something? I figure that's something Tito may be a good fit for, match-wise, because we've definitely seen him with the violence here in 2020.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the biggest mistake was introducing that belt and introducing that division, because that entire division, that entire belt was made for Tito Oric. I did watch the footage back of the match, and there's thumbtacks, there's trash cans, there's kendo sticks. You're asking for a lot if you're going to step into the ring in an anarchy type style match with Tito Oric. So, like I said, I think that was a big mistake on Prospect Pro Wrestling's part, but that belt's going to look really good around Tito Oric's waist at some point.
Absolutely. Current champion Stevie LaBelle, friend of the show, he'll be joining us here in a few weeks as well. Any messages for him?
I don't know.
Does Tito have any messages for Stevie there? He's only doing the belt.
The discount double check, right?
The discount double check, yes. As well. But again, I'd say that was a pretty vicious match. A little bit of footage coming up now. Him and Philip Archer there. I think he just took a trash can, and of course, a lot of blood involved. Like I said, it was pretty nice. Some of the sickest kendo shots I think I've ever seen in person.
That's until you put a kendo stick in Tito Oric's hand.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. The worst thing was they had tiny, short kendo, baby kendo sticks, which probably hurt much worse. And
right.
Yeah. So anyways, you're always coming from, I get the promos, we put them on the social media, and you're always coming from the most interesting of places. So that's been interesting to watch as well. Anything else? Anything you're looking out outside of Prospect Pro Wrestling, the wrestling world at large for the two of you?
This year, this is the year of Don and Tito. We really want to make an impact wherever we go, and it's going to start at 2PW. We do have our eyes on, the 2PW Tag Team Championships. So, like I said, I feel bad for everybody that's going to be in that division moving forward. But honestly, wherever, our goal is to make 2022 the year of Don and Tito. So we want to make an impact wherever we go. We want to go, as many places as we possibly can to, impose our will and really just make a statement. So that's what we want to do this year.
Excellent. Tito, you got any final words here before we go to break?
Myslím, dobro mi pasalo kad bi imao 3 šampiona. 1, 2, 3. Sve 3.
You got a little bit of translation for us there, or can we just read between the lines?
Win all the belts.
All the belts.
1, 2, 3.
At least he knows sign language. Thank you so much.